Hello everyone, my name is Sabah and thank you so much for being here today. Today I want to talk about something we all do every single day without fail. But we often underestimate how powerful it really is. I'm talking about sleep and more specifically how it affects the most important part of our body, our brain. Let's begin with something relatable. Have you ever had a night where you didn't sleep well or didn't sleep at all, and the next day you felt like a completely different person? Maybe you were more emotional, had trouble focusing, or just felt like your mind wasn't sharp. That's not in your head. Well, actually, it's very real. Sleep isn't just doing nothing. It's one of the most active, powerful processes your body and mind go through. During sleep, especially during the deep stages, our brain goes through a kind of maintenance mode. It's like your phone updating apps or cleaning memory in the background. One of the key functions during sleep is the removal of waste products that build up in the brain during the day. Society has discovered something called the glymphatic system, which is basically the brain's cleaning, and it only works while we are asleep.
Well, studies have shown that sleep deprivation affects your attention, reaction time, memory, and even decision-making skills. In fact, staying awake for 20 plus hours can impair your performance in a way that's similar to being legally drunk. Chronic lack of sleep has also been linked to more serious conditions like depression, anxiety, weakened immune system, and even Alzheimer's disease. Yes, it's that serious. And if we talk about teenagers and children, the effects are even greater. Their brains are still developing, which means sleep is absolutely vital for proper growth, learning, and emotional regulation. That's why experts are recommending that schools start later in the morning to help teenagers get the sleep their brains need. So, how much sleep do we actually need? Adults should get around 7 to 9 hours each night. Teenagers need 8 to 10 hours, and younger children need even more. But it's not just about the number of hours, it's about the quality of sleep. Interrupted sleep or light sleep all night isn't going to give your brain the full benefits. Deep sleep and rapid eye movement sleep, these are the magic phases where your brain gets stronger, smarter, and healthier. To wrap things up, I want to leave you with one simple truth. Another major area affected by sleep is our emotions. Lack of sleep can cause emotional instability, meaning small problems feel huge. We get frustrated easily, and we are more likely to feel anxious or even depressed. That's because the part of our brain called the amygdala, which controls emotional reactions, becomes hyperactive without enough sleep. At the same time, the part of the brain that usually helps us stay in control, the prefrontal cortex, doesn't work as well when we are tired. So, you have emotions on overdrive and logic on both. Not a great combo. Sleep also plays a huge role in creativity and problem solving. Have you ever noticed that after a good night's sleep, problem that felt impossible suddenly becomes clear? That's because your brain was working on it in the background while you rested. Sleep helps the brain make new connections, often in ways we don't expect. But what happens when we don't sleep enough, especially over a long period of time? Sleep is not a lecture, it's a biological necessity. When you sleep well, your brain can focus, remember, process emotions, solve problems, and even protect itself from diseases. So, the next time you feel tempted to stay up late scrolling through your phone, remember, you are not just losing sleep, you are giving up a better version of yourself tomorrow. Additional segment: the role of sleep in the brain, housekeeping, and long term health. Beyond memory, mood, and creativity, sleep plays a remarkable housekeeping role in the brain. During deep stages of sleep, especially non-rapid eye movement sleep, a system known as the glymphatic system becomes highly active. It serves to clear out chemical waste and build up from our waking hours, much like a nightly cleaning crew. When this cleaning process is disrupted by poor or insufficient sleep, the consequences ripple beyond feeling tired the next day. Research has found that brain regions responsible for attention, decision making, and memory show visible changes when sleep is chronically deprived. For example, the prefrontal cortex, which helps us think clearly and make good choices, becomes less effective, while the emotional center, the amygdala, can become overactive. Even more concerning, some studies suggest that long-term sleep loss might accelerate brain aging and increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. In children and pre-teenagers, insufficient sleep has been associated with structural changes in the brain that affects learning and behavior. These findings remind us that sleep isn't simply rest, it's an essential regenerative process that keeps our brain functioning optimally, both now and in the years to come. Prioritizing sleep isn't just about feeling good tomorrow, it's about protecting your brain for the future. Before I end, let me quickly share a few simple habits that can help improve your sleep quality. Try to keep a consistent sleep schedule even in weekends. Avoid screens at least 30 minutes before bed because the blue light can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Also, try to avoid caffeine in the late afternoon or evening. It can stay in your system for hours and make it harder to fall asleep, even if you don't feel it. Create a calm bedtime routine like reading, stretching, or just timing the lights. And if you can, keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. These small changes can make a big difference in how well you sleep and how great you feel the next day. So go ahead, turn off that screen, dim the lights, and give your brain the rest it truly deserves. Thank you for listening. I hope you all sleep well tonight. Goodbye.